Hi, hello, welcome. I'm not disturbed. And yes, I did have a channel revamp a little while ago. I know I've been dead for the last 5 months. Sounds about right to me. Either way, enough dwelling on my absence. Let's get to the topic today. Which, based off of the avatar, you can already tell today's theme is Shipwrecked 64. And I do adore how Bucky is written. Boom. Yeah, I'm completely normal about him. Though, actually, I want to take the time to talk about the up-and-rising fan game, Shipwrecked Terminus, which has been played by several popular YouTubers such as Fusion Z Gamer, Moist Critical Gaming, and 8-Bit Ryan. I haven't seen many videos regarding this game besides those as of yet, since it only came out recently. Now, I discovered this from a YouTube short, which shall be linked below, just 4 days after the demo came out. So I took a look at it. Now, if you're wanting to watch the full gameplay, since I'm assuming you're listening to me while you're doing literally anything else, the gameplay, without commentary, will also be linked below. Anywho, I want to throw my hat into the ring and try to explain Terminus the best that I can, for those who haven't seen it or just don't understand it, like me. When you start up the game, you're shown a cutscene of these hills. Now, if you remember from Shipwrecked 64, those are the same hills from Layer 2. This is proven with the huge Bucky statue to the left and the windmills. It then cuts the entrance to which begins the endless wandering. What I find interesting is Bucky's comment when seeing a poster of him and Olive. I'd assume this means Bucky doesn't know he's a cartoon, which has a lot of interesting potential. After some exploring, Bucky finds a note in an office about a fire alarm being self-instead, which leads him to set it off. Once it's set off, the fire exit is opened and Bucky goes down the stairs. Now this leads to the main gameplay, which is majority puzzle solving. Bucky essentially runs down a dark hallway for about a minute or so. Taking a right at the fork will lead you to even more doors, but going into the first one will lead you to an office, to which promptly you can use the computer. Side note, the animation from sitting down is absolutely adorable. Either way, after enough running around long enough, Bucky comes across a cat, wolf, God only knows, but anyways, you can see a statue of Chief Wolf. There are question prompts that you can select, but the most interesting one is about Chief Wolf. You can make Bucky ask why he's there, once again kind of fitting with my theory that Bucky has no idea that he's a cartoon whatsoever. Or possibly, maybe I'm overthinking it just slightly. Though, what I also find intriguing is that the creature seems to know Bucky. So another theory of mine is that maybe he either lost his memory or it's like that one Tails comic, we need to talk about Tails, where he just keeps reviving with no memory of his past. There are a few more interactions before this, though not as interesting nor intriguing as this one, which is why they are not mentioned. Cue more puzzle solving, to which Brandon is written on the wall next to a hangman game. That's of course after opening a door and wandering down another hall. Exploring a bit reveals the code to be in 1994. Which is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is when Cogware Studios started developing 64. There are animations. The animations for this are amazing. I know I keep praising them, but they truly are. The team did such a great job. Anywho, this leads to the cutscene with Bucky meeting Stumbler O'Hare. Stumbler mentions something about Town Hall, which may be solid proof of my theory about Bucky, and also connecting Shipwrecked 64 when you meet Stumbler at the Town Hall. Later on, Bucky discovers what I'd assume is a phone call between Chief Wolf and Stumbler. Stumbler said this time, which implies this has happened before and also may confirm my theory somewhat. Also, the whole scene with the "Are you lost" on the picture is terrifying as fuck. Wondering a bit more leads to what I assume is a prison area. I'm not sure of the lore significance of that just yet. Eventually, Bucky comes across this bridge. The bridge thing where you have to press the button on the other side of the bridge. By pressing the button, a bunch of statues raise up. You have to get back to where you came from, head down that door to the bottom area, lead you to the bottom area of the outside area. You get in the boat, you get to a door, and keep more wandering. Next cutscene where Stumbler reveals a door he says he hasn't seen before. Of course, Bucky enters the area and is met with an animation studio, to which you have to find a USB drive to get the code and get out, all while being chased by the Walter Starling Nathan. Though a lot of puzzles this time are computer-based, I do find it interesting when Nathan does get you. There's a glitch of what I assume is a desk, and you're sent back to start over. After Bucky does succeed at getting this drive and plugging it into the computer, getting to the exit, Bucky is caught by Nathan and promptly choked and thrown into the water. Cut to the next cutscene with Husk, who says they're not ready for Bucky yet, somewhat implying that he's been there before. Then that's the end of the demo. Now, I thought this was an amazing demo. I may have missed a few details here and there, but I'm just trying to get the main gist of it all. Now, it's time for the next part of the video, my overall thoughts and theory time. The demo was amazing. It was an especially great fan game, and I'm excited to see it be completed, though I'm curious if my theory will still stand to be somewhat correct at the end of the day. Which leads me to the theory part, which is basically me summarizing what I said before and adding on to it. I mentioned my theory regarding the endless revival of Bucky. Each time his memory is for the most part wiped, he seems to know very basic information about himself and his friends, such as his comments regarding Olive and Walter. What I find odd is that he knows Chief Wolf but not Stumbler, though that might be because he didn't go to the town hall this time. But this can be proven when comparing the fact that Bucky knows about Chief Wolf, given the fact you can ask the cat-wolf thing about the statue. Stumbler and Wolf's interaction seems to further prove my theory. In my honest opinion, his memory may be based off of the Shipwrecked game, since it's canonically a game within the Terminus universe. Though I could be wrong, and Shipwrecked and Terminus are not connected whatsoever. Like I mentioned before, Stumbler says this time as if it's happened before. So what we could be working with is a "we need to talk about Tails" type situation, which in itself could be a really neat concept. Another thing that may be solid evidence to support this is that Bucky is one of the only ones that doesn't know about the Starlings, calling out to Walter in that one cutscene. I could be overlooking it, but this could actually apply. But again, this is just my speculation. That's really all for my theory as of right now, though it may get its own video once the full game is released, either it be disproved or not. Thank you for watching. I hope I've earned your subscription or possibly even a like, and I appreciate everyone's support here on my channel. It isn't possible without any of you.